Hello Sugary Lab pals! So I'm doing this quick video just because I was thinking about it for a little while, and I've been wanting to do more sort of testing videos of testing things that, in a way, just to encourage myself to try something new or something that I haven't tried before. And Christmas pudding. It's not really a tradition in my family. We've lived here for pretty much most of my life in Australia, but when it comes to Christmas, we're pretty chilled and we don't really do anything special, which is, to me, pretty disappointing most of the years. And then we kind of wait for it for the New Year's or the Chinese New Year's to really kind of celebrate stuff. So we've kind of missed out on this tradition, and I know a lot of people who have grown up in Australia or, you know, who are just Aussies generally have, a lot of them would have the Christmas pudding, which is a long-standing sort of tradition that they have for dessert in Christmas time. So if you don't know what Christmas pudding is, it's traditionally usually like kind of a... It's also known as a suet, I think, or that's where it originates from. It comes from the British, where they kind of brought it in when they were colonizing the place, and it was kind of had some sort of origin when they were settling in. They would provide them with beef suets and I guess like dried fruits of some sort around the Christmas time for ration. So that kind of evolved and then eventually became something more like a proper dessert as sort of a society became freer and more sort of luxurious. People started to invent sort of, I guess, like upgrade it, make it a bit more luxurious, and it took a long time to make. I think traditionally some of the people in the past would have to spend hours feeding the fire in a fuel stove. Someone even spent 24 hours making it, and it could be really delicately made in the sense that you could make it a little bit too crumbly or a little bit too damp or whatever. It has a long history, I think, but basically in modern days most families have that even bought or homemade, mostly bought, because it's pretty much like here everywhere. Right now it's only towards the end of September and we can already see it in the grocery stores coming out. Everything is coming out super early here, and they're usually just basically a kind of moist pudding that's lathered in alcohol soaked fruits, and the whole pudding is then soaked with more alcohol, and then you light it on fire, and then so like basically doing like a little flambeed, and then you just serve it and eat it with as is or with some cream, whatever you prefer. I think it's generally cream, but don't take my word on that. If you know actually a lot more about this, definitely comment down below, because I'd love to learn a lot more about this because I don't really know anything about it. But anyway, I've never tried it before, so it'd be very interesting to try it. And yeah, just kind of want to know what it's like. I mean, it's hands are getting sore. I mean, it's really just I guess an alcohol-soaked kind of fruit pudding or fruit cake, that kind of similar stuff. So I'm not expecting it to be like something too fascinating, but at the same time I'm curious and I really want to try it. Just to sort of like tick off another thing off like the bucket list in a sense. But yeah, let's just try it out and see. Okay, so I gave it a little bit of a taste, and so this one is a really small mini Christmas pudding. I don't think it's made for Ooh, excuse me. This one's like a mini Christmas pudding. It's lathered in cider and brandy. I think brandy and rum are probably two of the more common kind of alcohols to be used in these ones. Maybe brandy more so. I've heard a few friends like talk about using brandy. So it's not exactly like a fruitcake in the sense that I think fruitcake does have a bit more air whipped into it, into the basis of it, I think. Never made one before. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I think from experiences of buying fruitcakes and having tried them, they do feel a little bit lighter in terms of the cakey texture. This one not so much. It has, especially the fact that it's so warm, it has a very sort of denseness to it, but it's also kind of quite heavy in the sense that you get the burning and warming sensation both from the heat and the alcohol, and the fruits are heavily soaked in these flavors, so it kind of completely absorbs all of it, and has a really amazing contrast and flavor to it. Yeah, it's a really, in a sense, simple but really, really, what's the word for it? It's a very dense and satisfying dessert in small portions, and you don't really need too much of it, but it definitely has reasons why it's associated with that kind of like warming, Christmassy kind of feel. It makes more sense with Britain, I guess, because it probably gets more of that kind of feeling, but in Australia it's really hot in Christmas, so I'm not sure how people want to keep up with that tradition, unless you're having it with like a nice cold drink. But yeah, it was really, really actually quite tasty. Yeah, I don't mind it. It was pretty good. I wouldn't mind actually having it again. And I think with the right Christmas vibes, it would be a really delicious dessert. If you haven't tried it, you should definitely try it. Let me know what you guys have around Christmas. What's your country's specialty that you have around Christmas, and should I try and make it, or should I see if I can buy it somewhere? But yeah, if you like these kind of videos, make sure to like and subscribe and help me get more subscribers and grow the channel so that we can do more and more cool things together. Alright, have a good day.